All right, boys and girls, here we go. So this is about your bubble charts. I hope you could see me. Mostly the bubble charts that you've been sending me over email are good. This is how to do a good bubble chart. This is kind of a review, so this should be pretty much review for you. So what you got here, in each bubble, you should have a different idea. Let's call this idea 1. And then underneath the idea, you should have some content or a definition. There's a bubble. And then you have a second idea. Let's call it idea 2. And under there, you have some content as well, or a definition. And that gives you 2 ideas. And then you have a link between them. And you could have as many ideas as you want here. Now the link between them shows the relationship. So in all, what you need is 1, 2, 3 pieces of information between any 2 ideas. You need some basic idea, something about the idea, same here, a line, and then stating the relationship between the ideas. When you state the relationship, you'll need something about the first idea, something about the second idea, and then something new that links them together. Now, let's give an example. What most of you are doing is you're only providing some of the information on the bubbles, but not all the information. You're giving 1 piece, 2 pieces, but not all 3 pieces of information. So let's take, for example, you started off with virtue. You need the word virtue, and then something about it. Well, what's the definition of virtue? Moral goodness. Then say we had another idea. Let's say that that idea was an attitude toward pleasure and pain. So here's the attitude, here's virtue, and then you need to write something in here about what the idea is about an attitude toward pleasure and pain. And what Aristotle says is that moral conduct is defined in terms of a person's attitude toward pleasure or pain, having the right attitude toward pleasure or pain. So a person must have the right attitude or belief about their pain or pleasure in any given context. So this all kind of goes in one big circle. Now what's the relationship between the 2 of them? Virtue is moral goodness, attitude toward pain. What's the relationship between the 2 of them? Well, in order to have moral goodness, not now, you need to take a proper attitude toward pleasure and pain. That's the relationship between there. I could go on. But the point is this. In your bubbles, you can't just have something that looks like this without any relations. And you can't just have something that has 1 or 2 words in here. You need a phrase. You need the idea, you need something about the idea, and then you need to clearly label the link with a phrase that shows how they're related. If you do that, you're going to have an awful lot in any section to write about. So please make that your revision. So go back to your bubble charts. If they don't look like they have all 3 pieces of information in it, revise them, and then come see me tomorrow. I will be in between 1:30 tomorrow and about 3. in my office. I'll see you then.